Hey everyone, Spicy Toast Gaming here, taking a look at the new cards, but there is a bit of an interesting issue that we're going to have to get into. First though, we have Samire, 2 cost 2/2 with quick attack. Already awesome, great for Path of Champions. All the 1-2 cost champions are like S tier, so really looking forward to playing with Samire, and it looks like she has a very aggressive deck. So when I'm summoned or strike, create a Flair in hand if you don't have one. Level up, I've seen you play 6 or more cards, resets when you start a round with the attack token. So you want to play a lot of cheap cards very quickly in order to level her up. When she levels up, she goes to a 3/3. Now, when I'm summoned or strike, create a 0 cost Flair in hand when you play 6 more cards rally. So this no longer has the limitation of if you don't have one, and now the Flair costs 0. This is where the issue is. Right here, we say that Flair is a 1 cost burst, give an ally challenger this round. But if we look at the video they also released, it says that the Flair, 1 has a different artwork, but now it's deal 1 to the enemy nexus, or give an ally challenger this round. So I don't know how they screwed up their marketing materials, apparently, that Flair has 2 different icons and different effects. I'm hoping that this is the effect we get, because it's obviously better. The fact that you have the choice of dealing 1 to the enemy nexus or giving a unit challenger. Not really sure what's going on here. A little weird that this is the one they're showing in the splash art. So, little inconsistent. I'm hoping that it's also dealing 1 to the enemy nexus, because that's going to be great for all your plunder, but we'll have to see. Next we have All Out. This is also her champion spell. So 1 cost burst, give an ally 2 power this round, plunder, give it 2/2 instead. Really, really good. Again, nice cheap card to help her level up. Take a look at the other support package. We have Stylish Shot, 1 cost focus. Deal 1 to the enemy nexus. The next time an ally strikes the nexus this round, create a Stylish Shot in hand. So this is absolutely amazing to get your plunder effects off. You can play this at the start of your round, damage the nexus, then you can activate all your plunder effects, attack, hit the nexus again with one of your units, and you'll get another Stylish Shot generated in hand to do the same thing the next time you need to attack. Very, very good. We have Dashing Dandy here. 3 cost 1/4 with Overwhelm, but plunder, grant me 3 power. That should be pretty easy to do. Then we have Elegant Edge, 1 cost 1/2, Fearsome, plunder, grant me 2 power. Again, you're going to be able to get that off in most situations. Then we have the Adroit Artificer, 5 cost Challenger, 5/3. When I'm summoned, activate all ally plunder effects. Again, really, really strong. If the game is going a bit longer, this will be great if you have a full board to just activate all of your units' plunder effect, giving them a lot of power. Let's also take a look at the new keyword they added. So Brash can only be blocked by units with 3 or more health. Essentially the exact same thing as Fearsome, except now it's going off of health instead of power. Should be pretty decent, will definitely help you against other more aggressive decks, since most aggro decks have units with high power and low health. Alright, the new cards still not added, but let's take a look at the splash art for the cards added yesterday. So the Daring Demolitioner, this is, definitely the same card that was getting a drink in the bar at one of the earlier card reveals. Right here, on the left-hand side, looks like we have the Adroit Artificer that we just saw. Pretty cool card, like seeing it now in action, and how we saw them very calm before just getting a drink. Not sure why they're causing such havoc at the pit fight, but it is cool seeing that they are still in that same location. Taking a look now at Father Fury. So not sure what happened to his arm. Definitely looks kind of messed up there, but looks crazy powerful, very, very anime. So he seems to be in Bilgewater. Potentially what they're doing is half of their team is in Bilgewater, messing up Jack the Winner and his sort of establishment and crew, while the other half is messing with Set and the pit fight. Overall, really cool looking splash art. Don't really see anything hidden. Although, actually, if we look at the background, you see those mountains? Those mountains look like the Ionia Mountains. So maybe this is their ship that's parked in Ionia near the pit fight. Although I think Bilgewater also has similar mountains, so this could just be a boat also just parked in Bilgewater. Not sure, but would be kind of cool if this was their transportation that they used to the pit fight. All right, taking a look at Inferna now. So again, this is very Bilgewater, potentially Jack the Winner, and for some reason they are just torching it. So yeah, it seems like half the crew is messing with Jack the Winner and his establishments, while the other half is messing with Set and his establishment. Very cool stylized card though. Again, not really seeing anything too hidden in the background, but I do like how all these cards are telling the same story and giving more context to what is all going on in this expansion. Overall, cool character and definitely a cool card. All right, let's take a look at Dame the Despoiler. So this is in the pit fight, obviously. Not really sure who these characters are at the bottom. They don't really seem too recognizable. They're probably just random people that were pit fighting. And again, we just see Samire's crew essentially causing havoc. All right, Barbed Chain. This is Dame the Despoiler, his weapon. And you can see them there in the background. Pretty cool card. I do like that you actually can see something in the background for once, which quite often in the spell card art you can't. All right, here we have Pirouette. So this is one of the cards that was just released with, or just announced today, I believe. Yep, very cool card. Definitely would not want to get too close to her. All right, looks like we have the cards added, and we have all the versions of Flair. So what is going on is this is the base version of Flair. You get to choose if you want to do 1 to the enemy nexus or challenger, and then the card art switches based on what you're doing, either 1 to the nexus or 1 to challenger. Still a little weird that they decided to show one of these off instead of the Flair itself, but what can you do? All right, so let's take a look at Samire and her card art. So we see here the bouncers that we saw on the first day. Right there is Set and the arena, and then Samire just looking relatively badass. I like that you can see a lot going on. Very stylized, very cool character. She was one of the few characters that made me want to go back and play League because she just looked like so much fun to play. Never did though. All right, let's go take a look at her level up. So here looks like chaos is just abounding. So we see her Demolisher right there on the left. Looks like the Adroit Artificer to her right. And they're just causing massive amounts of chaos and havoc. Hopefully the card text that we get will explain why they are doing this, but it's still cool to see all the characters together. Yep, overall, nice splash art. I like seeing her with her crew just causing havoc. All right, let's take a look at Flair. So, pretty much exactly what you'd think. Looks like a golden rose. Then for Flair, we have her with her gun dealing 1 damage to the Nexus. And then the other version of Flair is just her sword. Makes sense that the sword is Challenger and the gun is the 1 Nexus damage. For All Out, so we have her gun that has the golden rose on it. Okay, I didn't realize that. Then we also have her sword. And then I don't know if this is like a contract telling her to go to this event and cause havoc or do something nefarious. All right, here we have Dashing Dandy. So his sword is what is all going out here. Very cool sort of whip sword. Definitely reminds me of like Bloodborne. I think that was one of the more famous games that have a whip sword. Very anime hair and interesting looking gear, but that whip sword definitely looks really cool. All of these cards have really cool weapons. That's kind of the most interesting part about them. But yeah, he's down on the pit fight floor. Not really sure, again, why they are causing all of this havoc, but hopefully their cards let us know. Elegant Edge, this is the one that we saw the Pirouette spell based off of. And yeah, that is quite scary. So she has blades coming out of her arms that she's throwing, blades in her skirt, and then also her feet are bladed edges. Definitely a very elegant character that you do not want to get anywhere near. So it looks like she is going after one of Tom Kench's crew because it has barnacles and stuff on. Definitely a fishy sort of monster. So potentially they're just hired to do a hit or take down Jack the Winner, him and his crew. And just part of his crew happens to be in Ionia at this pit fight, and that's why they're there. But overall, very cool card, very stylized, definitely portraying that sense of dangerous elegance. All right, let's take a look at the Adroit Artificer. So he's working on everyone's weapon, looks like. And here we see the Demolisher in the background. Not sure what's with the sign that she's holding up. It is pretty cool, though, seeing all of the other cards in the background and seeing them all fighting together. All right, I think that was all the cards. Really excited about this champion. 2-cost champions are always great to see in Path of Champions. She definitely looks very aggressive, and those built-in rallies will be quite nice. And then all that extra plunder damage will be interesting to potentially run, Ludens on her, increase all the damage you can do straight to the enemy nexus. I think she'll be a lot of fun. Really excited to see her. Definitely comment down below what you guys think of her and what you think of these cards in general.